Hi, biology class. Why do we eat food? I know what you're going to answer. You're going to say, because we need to get energy. Well, that's true, but that's not the only answer. Let's find out why we eat besides to get energy. So our metabolism is a combination of all the chemical reactions going on in our body. And some of those reactions are catabolism, which is the breakdown of large molecules. And a good example of that is food digestion. So when we digest food, those big polymers like starches get broken down into their little building blocks. The monosaccharides are simple sugars like glucose. So the starches turn into simple sugars. The lipids turn into fatty acids and glycerol. And the proteins, well, they break down into amino acids. And all of those monomers can be used for energy, but they're also used to provide the building blocks that we need to make other molecules inside of our body. So metabolism is also anabolism, which is the buildup of large molecules. So once we've digested the big molecules and turned them into the little building blocks, our bodies can then reassemble them into the large molecules that we need. So we can take all those amino acids floating around in the blood from digestion, and we can take the amino acids and build proteins that we want, fatty acids and glycerol, and make the lipids that our bodies need. And we can take the monosaccharides and create the complex carbohydrates like glycogen. So food is providing the monomers or the building blocks to build the molecules that our bodies need. So let's look at an example of metabolism. So let's say I have French fries for lunch, which is potatoes. And the potatoes are made of a lot of cellulose. Remember that tough fiber on the cell walls? And their energy molecule is starch. So when I eat the potato, I'm taking in that cellulose and starch, and my digestive enzymes are going to break it down, and I'm going to get the little building block molecule, which is glucose or other simple sugars. And then I can take that glucose and use it to make my body's energy molecule, which is ATP. And the cells will use that ATP to run all their chemical reactions that they're doing. Okay, let's say I ate so many French fries that I've got way too much sugar floating around in my blood. My body's going to take that sugar, my liver specifically will take that sugar and take the excess, and I'll do some anabolism. I'll build some big molecules with the glucose. I'll turn that glucose into a long chain of glucose molecules, which is glycogen, and then I can store that inside my liver for, use when I run out of my blood sugar concentration. Here's another example. So with my French fries, I had hamburger, which is cow or beef, and we're eating the muscle of the cow. And muscle, we know, is made of chains of amino acids. So here's our long chain. Really it would be hundreds of thousands of amino acids long, those protein molecules in muscle. But there's a small snippet of the chain. So I'm eating that hamburger, I'm digesting that protein, and I get the little building blocks, which are all the little amino acids that snapped out of that chain there. So I am catabolizing or breaking down that protein. Okay, so I've digested the protein in my digestive system, and now I have all these little amino acids here floating around in my blood, and they're going to head off to the cells, and the cells will take them in, and they will reassemble those amino acids, different order, different sequence, to build the proteins that they need. So I'm going to get a whole new chain of amino acids and a whole new protein. If it's a skin cell, I might be making the collagen protein to make my skin strong. If it's a cell that's digesting food, I might be making some enzymes, digestive enzymes. But I'm going to build the proteins my body needs. I'm not going to build cow protein. Okay, I'd like you to watch this quick little video on YouTube. I don't have a hyperlink to take you to YouTube, so you're going to have to just enter the address up here into your URL And watch the video. It's quick. It's a good example of how our digestive system works and breaks those big polymers down. Your metabolism is affected by many factors. So let's see how clever you are. Who do you think has a faster metabolism, male or female? The answer is males. Males have a lot bigger muscle mass, and muscles are very demanding cells. They need a lot of energy. So males have faster metabolisms than girls. Okay, if it's warm outside, is your metabolism going to be faster or slower? The answer is when it's warmer, your metabolism is faster. Heat tends to turn up the speed of chemical reactions. Okay, if you're young or old, is your metabolism faster? Oh, just kidding. It's young. As we age, when you hit middle age and you're not growing anymore and your cells aren't busy building new tissue all of the time, your metabolism slows down. And that's why we tend to pack on a little bit more weight in our, 30s and 40s. And then do you think warm-blooded animals like mammals, us, birds, or cold-blooded animals like snakes, lizards, turtles, fish, which one has faster metabolism? You got it. Warm-blooded. Takes a lot of energy to keep our bodies at that warm temperature. So that means we've got to burn a lot of food to help heat our bodies up. Cold-blooded animals don't try to keep their bodies warm with just chemical reactions. So their body temperature is not as high. And that means cold-blooded animals do not have to eat as much food. The snakes in my classroom get fed about once a month. That's not a whole lot of food. But they're not burning that food up very fast either. Thanks, guys. See you in class.